pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's new, pussycat? Whoa, 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 whoa. Pussycat, pussycat, I love you. Yes, I do. You and your pussycat knows.
Good morning, Katt here. Good morning from Quartzsite. I'm in Quartzsite, Arizona at La Posa South, long-term visitor area, LTVA. Not sure what that mountain's called, but right in the, let's see if I can zoom in more. But hey, it's me and stormy. It's 45 degrees. I forget what time it said it was. 7:14 in the morning. I stayed in the truck. I got here about 12:45 last night, this morning. I just went ahead and pushed through yesterday since I was wide awake, and I just didn't want to have to deal with Tucson or Phoenix or coming down the 10 for rush hour traffic, or 10 is always busy anyways, but yeah, I got my earmuffs on too. So I just pushed it through. Traffic coming this way, crazy drivers, oh my goodness. Was not bad at all. Coming through Tucson was not bad. Coming through Phoenix was not bad. All the mad rush, I timed it just right where I wasn't, for the bigger cities, dealing with the traffic of people going home from the holiday. So it would have been too dark for me to come in and stake my claim at a camp spot last night. So you can kind of see the check-in building behind me. So I'm just right in this little pull-in area. I just pulled in here last night, and I have to unplug the trailer so that it don't draw off the truck, because the converter, inverter inside, I forget the wordage, but I unplugged the trailer so it don't draw off the truck. Unplug the electricity, not unhook. But I'm sitting here now until I can go over to the RV pit stop, because I have one of my lines to my propane at the tongue of the trailer has a leak. So apparently or at least they're going to look at it for me. They might be able to replace, repair, do whatever it is so that I'm safe. The way it's worked out, when we figured it out, Chunky found the problem. One of them was leaking, so we can only, it's a 2-tank setup, and when one tank is empty, you go outside and you switch it. I can't do that, and for me to heft on tanks when I don't have to, I don't want to, so I'm gonna get it fixed, hopefully, fingers crossed. So they don't open till 8 o'clock, I think is what it said. So I'll head over there here shortly. The check-in office obviously isn't open this early, but I have to, where there's 4, north, south, Tyson, and there's 4 LTVs right in this area, and you have to go to the one that the flag's up for the day. So I'm not sure which office. I will go to, but I will be camping here in La Posa South. Supposed to be meeting up with some friends and camping near them. But so once I get the propane taken care of, I come back. I need to fill my freshwater tank, which with the permit pass, you get water, ability to dump your tanks, and dumpster for trash. All in the $180 pass, which is good from September 15th to April 15th. So best bargain around, really. Especially if you can generate your own electricity and whatnot. So when I get back from doing the propane, I have to go fill my fresh water. Since my battery capacity is likely low, since the truck is incapable of charging due to the inside works inverter, whatever it is, I hope I have enough power in the jack, because I have an electric jack, to even raise the jack to get out unhooked from the truck. And then when I do, I've got to get the slide open. But once I get parked, I have to flush. So I'm going to waste a whole tank of water to flush out the antifreeze, the RV antifreeze, because I had to winterize it. And thank God I did, because where things froze, as you know, as I mentioned the very first day of the trip, my locks froze. So I know I would have had issues. So once I get settled, and where I don't know my total battery condition, I don't want to go fill, then pull out, try and run the pump to run the faucets just to fill it, just to dump it. So what I'm going to have to do is go to the campsite, run my faucets, fill my gray tank, and then go dump the gray tank, and then go get water and fill the fresh water again. And hopefully, fingers crossed, that it only takes one cycle to get the RV winterizing stuff, antifreeze, out of the thing. Because then I have to go in again, once the slide's out, I have to go in and switch the bypass, so that I can turn on the water heater when I need it. And that's another issue, because of the electricity. I can't run the water heater off the propane. I have to run it off electricity. So when I want to take a hot shower, run water or whatever, I have to turn the generator on, let the water heat up, and then do that. So, but it's worked. That method's worked for us. It's a pain in the rear end, but it's worked for us. That, and I can boil water like I have in the past. So, so my day is pretty full. Of course, I'm going to be setting up camp by myself. Normally Chunky's the one out there. I'm not even totally unhooked and out of the truck before Chunky's out there getting the slide out and getting the stabilizers down and doing the leveling and running around and getting because that's the other thing, I have to get my solar panel out and plugged in and hooked up to the batteries so that I can get most of the sun for the day, what I can get, depending on how long all this takes this morning. Start getting some solar charge in the batteries. So I won't be bored today. Be running around like a chicken with my head cut off. The inside of the RV, not sure if I mentioned it before, where I was parked in Dustin's driveway, and then he wanted to get his off the lawn, and I had decided to stay a little bit longer. I moved my stuff into his RV, and I was staying in it, and we'd got Chunky into his apartment, so I put my RV in storage, and this was long before it had even needed the antifreeze. So moving my stuff out into that, and then moving and not being able to open the slide, because I wasn't allowed to have the slide open for anything longer than getting in the back room and shutting it back up. So I when I stayed at Chunky's apartment the last month, I wasn't able to get in and put my stuff away like it was set up for home. So it looks like a cluster you-know-what in there. That's part of the reason why past couple nights I haven't went ahead and slept in the RV, because everything is everywhere. I could have laid on the couch, or I could have cleaned off the bed, but it would have been too cold. The evenings, I think last night was chilly. The night before wasn't too bad. Where was I? Texas. It wasn't too bad. But last night I just think because I'm tired and and it's wide open out here, so it chills a little easier. But I'm just tired, and I know that's why I was a bit cold. But I know the guys, the weather boys, Sunny and Stormy, are itching to get out of the kennel, and every time I get out and go around and I open the door to put water in, scoop or whatever, they're like, yes, mommy, 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 let's get out. But yeah, I don't have the litter box set up in there yet, and the litter's in the back of the truck, and can't open the tailgate all the way, and I'd have to lift the litter up out over, because the tailgate can't come down because of the tongue of the trailer. So like I said, it's a cluster you-know-what all the way around. I'm sitting here watching the sun come up, as I said, over my little mountain. I took video, started video on the GoPro, so I will try and include some of that footage. But I'm going to shut up and let the sun come up, and I will talk at you soon. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. Want to see more of our adventures? Click the subscribe and notification button.